Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. Thank you so much for being here. In today's video, I will be presenting you all of my favorite things lately. I'm going to talk about books, obviously. I'm going to talk about stationery and skincare and music and other lifestyle items that I've been using frequently and that I've been loving. Before we start, just know that I will try to link everything in the description down below as much as possible. And with that being said, let's begin. Obviously, I'm going to start with some books. These are books that I couldn't stop thinking about, and if you watch my previous videos, you probably already heard me talk about these books, but if not, I'm going to give you like a brief synopsis of them and why I like them so much. And starting with the first one that I don't have a physical copy of, it's on my Kindle. This is The Orange and Other Poems by Wendy Cope. And let me read you the title poem of this collection, which is called The Orange. At lunchtime, I bought a huge orange. The size of it made us all laugh. I peeled it and shared it with Robert and Dave. They got quarters and I had a half. And that orange, it made me so happy, as ordinary things often do. Just lately, the shopping, a walk in the park, this is peace and contentment. It's new. The rest of the day was quite easy. I did all the jobs on my list and enjoyed them and had some time over. I love you. I'm glad I exist. This has been like taking over Tumblr, I think, a couple of years ago. And I finally read this poetry collection and I just loved it so much. Poetry was not on the list of things that I thought I would enjoy, but apparently I do, because I also read like another poetry collection that I really loved by Lana Del Rey. It's called Violet Bent Backwards Over the Grass. If you like poetry in general, or if you want to get into it, I would highly recommend either The Orange and Other Poems by Wendy Cope or Violet Bent Backwards Over the Grass by Lana Del Rey. Another book recommendation that you're probably sick of me talking about is Giovanni's Room by James Baldwin. I have read this one probably like 2 years ago, I want to say. I think it was in 2023. And this book is so emotional and sad, but also it just dissects the human existence and the meaning of life and the meaning of love. In this book, we are following David, who is a young American, and he currently lives in the 1950s Paris. And while he's waiting for his fiancée to come back from Spain, he grows more and more infatuated and in love with this Italian barman called Giovanni. And as David is, growing to accept his sexuality and debating on what he should do, either to live like a safe life and to marry his fiancée or be with Giovanni, we are embarking on this journey alongside David and Giovanni and David's fiancée in Paris. It is full of just so vivid imagery of Paris. It's full of beautiful descriptions and heartbreaking scenes. And if you want to cry, I would highly recommend Giovanni's Room by James Baldwin. Also, this is like very, very short. You can definitely read it in one day. I just love this book so much. You thought I will not mention One for My Enemy? Well, you were wrong, because I'm definitely gonna mention One for My Enemy by Olivia Blake. You can pretty much tell by the amount of tabs that I have in this book how much I loved this. This is sort of a retelling or like reimagining of Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet. You can definitely see the influence of Shakespeare's play on this book, and I just feel like Olivia Blake is an amazing narrator. Her prose is so sharp and witty and elitist and pretentious, but like in the best way. I love the structure of this book. It definitely resembles a play. Like you have a list of characters and of settings and what characters are in which scene, and I just think it is so well done. We are following the Antonova sisters and the Fedorov brothers, and let me show you the artwork from the end papers of this book because it is truly gorgeous. So we have here the Antonova sisters, and then on the back we have the Fedorov brothers. This is also like loosely inspired from some Polish folk tales and folklore. We have the matriarch of the Antonova sisters, who's Baba Yaga, and also the patriarch of the Fedorov brothers, who is Koshchei the Deathless. If those names sound familiar to you, I think you would really enjoy this book. Olivia Blake is definitely one of my favorite authors, and I've read pretty much all of her books. I still have to read The Atlas Complex, and then I'm waiting for Gifted and Talented in April. So yeah, this would be my recommendation to start your Olivia Blake journey. I love this book. I love this book so much. One for My Enemy. The cornerstone of dark academia, if you will, The Secret History by Donut Hart. I couldn't not include this book in this list because it truly changed me, I feel like, and the way that I look at literature and at books, specifically in this dark academia subgenre. This is so well done. It is so well written. Donut Hart is a master at characterization and at twists and turns and just like prose that flows so well when you read it. I highly enjoyed this one. And let me actually read you a quote from this book that I'm sure you have already heard, but I just love it so much. I was charmed by his conversation, and despite its illusion of being rather modern and digressive, to me, the hallmark of the modern mind is that it loves to wander from its subject. I now see that he was leading me by circumlocution to the same points again and again. For if the modern mind is whimsical and discursive, the classical mind is narrow, unhesitating, relentless. It is not a quality of intelligence that one encounters frequently these days. But though I can digress from the best of them, I am nothing in my soul if not obsessive. If you can, I would also suggest listening to the audiobook because it is narrated by Donut Hart herself, and that just adds like a whole new meaning to this book. And I highly enjoyed my experience reading this one, also listening to the audiobook. She has a specific voice for one of the characters. His name is Bunny. That is just like so funny because he sounds like Mickey Mouse but in like a fucked up way. So highly recommend The Secret History by Donut Hart. And then last book on my list from today is none other than Blue Sisters by Coco Mellors. I was so happy that I was able to buy this like sprayed edge edition of the book. It is also signed by Coco Mellors, and I just love this book so much. We are following these four sisters, and they are trying to deal with the aftermath of one of their sisters passing away. We are following Avery, Bonnie, and Lucky, and I'm looking at the edge because I always forget the name of these characters. But we are following Avery, Bonnie, and Lucky as they are trying to overcome the death of their sister Nikki. We are following their family dynamic, but also how each of them individually relate to each other and to their parents. All these characters are built on an archetype. Like Avery is the lawyer who is very career focused and is almost neglecting her like personal life. Bonnie is a boxer whose life is falling apart, and Lucky is a model. She's beautiful, she's gorgeous, she looks like Linda Evangelista, but deep down she's very traumatized. And as they are all trying to regroup from this dramatic loss, they start to go back to their past, to their childhood, and really talk about it and what it meant for each of them and how to find, support in each other's company. Again, it is marvelous. And if you read it and if you liked it, I would also highly suggest Coco Mellors' other book, Cleopatra and Frankenstein. I love that book as well, but this one stuck very near to my heart, and I would highly recommend you Blue Sisters by Coco Mellors. Okay, now that we are done with discussing about books, let me actually tell you about some stationery that I've been loving recently. And when I say recently, I mean in the past couple of years. These are the journals that I am using. This is more so like a daily tasks to do notes kind of journal, and also my reading journal. And then this big one is my journal in which I write, my thoughts and what I'm going through and stuff like that. It's more so like a brain dump kind of journal, if I'm being honest. But yeah, I've been loving how these are holding up so far. Both of them are from this brand called Paper Republic. They are based in Vienna, I want to say. They're definitely an Austrian brand, but I think they're based in Vienna. The quality of their products, it is so good. I love the fact that they are also making these inserts for their journals, and the paper has like a really good quality. You have inserts like these, and when you're done filling one of them up, you can just like switch it for another one and just like keep the cover of the journal. But yeah, I've been loving these. In 2024 I started doing this like scrapbooking kind of thing in my reading journal, and I've been loving doing it, but I just kind of fell off of this habit. So in 2025 I really want to you know, go back into it. And now you might be wondering, okay, you have journals, but what do you use to write in them? And I'm very happy that you asked that, because I have here two of my favorite fountain pens. Both of them are from Kaweco. The first one is this Kaweco in Smooth Sage, I think it's called, this color. I just love all of these details, and the clips as well look really nice. Let me actually open it and try to show it to you. I feel very like a 2014 beauty influencer right now doing the hand thing. And this other one is the same model, it's just like in a different color. This is either macchiato or espresso, I want to say. Yeah, I've been loving these fountain pens so much. I have both of them in M, which is the nib size. And then I have them inked with two different inks. So this Sage one, I have it inked with Sailor Studio 280. And then in this one, I have Diamine Autumn Oak. And just so you can see how these look like on the page. So this is Diamine Oak. And this one right here is Sailor Studio 280. I don't know how well the camera is going to be able to pick it up, but it's basically these two colors right here. Moving along to some tech favorites, I obviously have here my Kindle Paperwhite 12th generation in the signature edition. And I also took some liberties with it and customized the insert on the back of it. I just love this device so much. I also had the Kindle Paperwhite 11th generation, not in the signature edition, in the regular one. And I'm so happy that I got this one in the signature edition. I did not know how much having this light adjustment sensor will benefit my reading experience. I just love this device so much, and it truly is so convenient. This is the perfect size for me. I love using the dark mode on this one. Granted, the Amazon ecosystem, or not ecosystem, but like Amazon in general, is owned by Bezos, and with everything that's happening, that's not great, I will say, but the user experience is really good on this device, and I just enjoy using it. I just feel like I'm reading so much more on my e-readers than I'm reading like on an actual like physical book. Something that is not actually book related, it's more so like a content creation kind of thing, is my filming setup. I've been using the same setup for like at least half a year or so, and recently I bought a new camera that I'm still kind of using to see how I feel about it. But my setup currently is the Sony camera that I'm using to film this video. I'll insert some B-roll clips right now. I love this camera so much because I was able to create some custom presets for it, some picture profiles, and This video, how you see it right here, it was not color corrected. Everything is done on the camera by using these picture profiles that you can customize however you want. It is so easy to do, and that means that you don't have to color correct in post, that you don't have to color grade or do some crazy things. It just speeds my editing process so much, and I love the fact that I can see actually how the video is looking like when I'm exporting it, right when I'm filming it. Like on the viewfinder, you see exactly the colors and the focus and like everything. You see it on the viewfinder, which is an amazing thing for me personally, because I've tried to use like the raw kind of video setting on my iPhone, but what I don't really like about it is that it looks very washed out, obviously, until you color grade it and color correct it. But with this camera, you don't have to do that. You just customize your profile, apply the filter, and it just looks like that for all of the videos. And that's been great. Also, you will probably be able to see that on top of my camera. I have like a little monitor, and that is for my DJI microphone that I'm using right here. I will just like do a little B-roll clip with the mic as well. But this microphone is so easy to use, and it just elevates my videos so much. Ever since I started creating videos last year, I am noticing the audio aspect on videos like so much more. And when I've been using the like built-in microphone from this camera, it was fine. But if you go further away from the camera, obviously it's not gonna sound that great, and it also picks up on like certain background noises. But with a microphone, you don't have to worry about that because it's supposed to pick up your voice and just like lower the background noise, or however you do the settings for the microphone. Another tech favorites are my AirPods Max. I've been using these ones daily for the past like probably 2 years at this point. I just use these around the house, like if I'm listening to an audiobook or to music, or if I'm just like vacuuming and I want to have noise canceling on. These have been so helpful for me personally. I just love how comfortable they are. I love the fact that you can just like completely remove these cups and wash them, and you don't have to worry about like getting water inside of the like actual headphones. You just wash the pads and you're golden. These are magnetic, so they're just like very satisfying to use. I will say though, these are very expensive for what they are, and also they don't have the adaptive like mode that you would have on the AirPods Pro that I also have. My main issue with the AirPods Pro, like they sound amazing, but because they are in ear and they have that little like tip that goes inside your ear, after like an hour or so, they just start to become a bit uncomfortable for me personally. So far, the music sounds great. I love that I'm able to clean them very easily, and yeah, the AirPods Max. And last but not least, I'm not talking about my phone, although I like my phone as well, but I'm talking about this Apple Apple MagSafe leather wallet. This is the older version when they actually used leather. I know they now make them off of like some fine woven material that's supposed to resemble leather, but I just love this product so much. As you can see, it has like a certain patina over it because I've been using it for like 3 or 4 years, I want to say. I just love that I can carry my cards with me at all times. It just sticks to your iPhone, and it makes this like really satisfying like noise when you attach it to your iPhone. If it would focus on the actual phone. So satisfying. Speaking of tech, my camera is running out of battery, so let me switch it and I'll see you in a bit. And we're back. Okay, let's quickly talk about skincare. I am obsessed with skincare. I've been consistent with my skincare routine for the past 7 or 8 years, I want to say. Obviously, I'm going to be switching my skincare products depending on the season or depending on how my skin feels in that specific day or night or stuff like that. But these are my favorite and the ones that I am currently using. So the OG, the Green Tea Fresh Toner from Isntree, I used it when it had like the OG packaging before they changed it. And this product, like you can see that I have only a bit of it left in this one. I have a backup, don't worry. I've been loving using this one in the summer when it's like really hot and humid. I only like use a cleanser to cleanse my face and then use this one. And if it's in the morning, I'll just put an SPF and that's it. Or if I use it at night, I will just put this tretinoin moisturizer and I'm done. This is truly intended for like people with really oily skin. I have oily skin, but it's also like a bit dehydrated. So this is like the first step. Usually in my skincare routine, I will use this one and then some other hydrating products on top of it. And speaking of hydrating products, the Isntree Hyaluronic Acid Toner Plus, I keep switching between this one and the Cosrx Snail Mucin Essence 90 something. This is the one that I'm currently using. This is thick, is hydrating. I've been loving this one for this like winter season. This really like plumps your skin. And when you top it off with like a really occlusive moisturizer at night, you wake up with your skin like really plump in the morning as well, which I always appreciate. I feel like everyone knows about this product because it's like truly the OG for a lot of people. This is the Cicaplast Bombe Sang by La Roche-Posay. If you have dry skin, if you have flaky skin, if your hands are just like dry and cracked, you just put this one at night and you wake up with repaired skin. This is almost empty for me and I have to buy a new one, but I just love using this one as a like sleeping mask, quote unquote, for my face, for my hands, or if my elbows are really dry and flaky. I love using this one. They also make like a body cream version of this one. I just ran out of it. Is the Lipicar AP Plus something. I'll put a picture with it here, but this is the one that I currently have and that I've been loving for many years at this point. Obviously, I have to talk about some SPFs, and let me tell you, I tried a lot of sunscreen in my life. These two are the best, la crème de la crème, if you will. Obviously, I have here the Beauty of Joseon Release Sun Plus Probiotics and then the Isntree Watery Sun Hyaluronic Sun Gel. Be very careful when you buy this one because they also have like a mineral version of it. For me, mineral sunscreens don't really work because I have a beard and I have like facial hair, even though right now it's not that long. But with mineral sunscreens, they just get stuck in my beard or in like my facial hair all the time and I look like a ghost, so I can't really use mineral sunscreens, but these chemical ones are where it's at for me personally. Obviously, if I'm going to be in the sun all day, like if I'm on holiday or something like that, I will choose something that has water resistance, or if it's like summer and I'm like sweating the whole day, I will choose something water resistant. But these as daily SPFs, slay. In terms of lip balm, I really like the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask. I hate to be basic like that, but it's probably one of the only ones outside of Vaseline that like truly stays on my lips throughout the night. And when I wake up in the morning, I just like wake up with some of the product left. Oh, it just started snowing. Okay, well, that's great. But yeah, when I wake up in the morning, I just like wake up with my lips like still coated in this one. Whereas when I'm using like any other lip balm other than Vaseline, I just wake up with not dry lips, but there's no product left basically. I will say though, this is not my favorite flavor that they have. This is mint choco and this is the only one that I have right now. I want to finish it and then rebuy my all-time favorite, which is the God, what do you call it in English? The bonbon ourson one. Gummy jelly. No, gummy bear. Gummy bear. That is my all-time favorite flavor from the Laneige sleeping pack, but You know, this is just like the same product, only the the flavor of it is different, and this is what I'm using at the moment. So yeah. And then last in this category, this is not like skincare, it's more so like tooth care. This is toothpaste, and this is pretty much like the only brand of toothpaste that I've been using from 2016 onwards. I've discovered this one when I was in college in my first year, and I keep rebuying it ever since. Sometimes it gets really tricky to find like this specific flavor, which is the Amarelli licorice one. I also like the whitening one, but this is like my all-time favorite. They make like capsule collections like for spring or for summer or for winter with some like exclusive flavors, but this is my all-time favorite. When it comes to music, I've been listening for the past 2 or 3 days on repeat to 15 Minutes by Sabrina Carpenter from the Short and Sweet Deluxe version of the album. I've also been listening to Gracie Abrams in the past couple of months, specifically The Secret of Us. I've also been listening to some albums on my record player. The three that I've listened to the most are The Great Impersonator by Halsey, the song Panic Attack, when she says, "Is it love or a panic attack?" I felt that. I felt that. Also, the artwork inside of the album is really cool. Obviously, I've been listening to a lot of Chappell Roan, specifically The Rise and Fall of a Midwest Princess. I got to buy this like 1 year anniversary edition that has like a really cool orange actual vinyl inside of it, and I've been loving this one. I think Chappell is doing some amazing things right now. I am very excited for Chappell, like in general. I'm very excited to see what she will come up with next, and specifically after the Grammys, she's just like so cool. And then obviously I've been listening to a lot of Evermore by Taylor Swift because seasonal depression. I have like the green vinyl edition of this one, and it just looks really cool. Probably my favorite song off of the album is, I want to say Nobody No Crime, but it constantly changes. It's crazy that when she first released like Folklore and Evermore, I was not like the biggest fan of these albums, but I've learned to appreciate them so much more in the last couple of years. This is pretty much the end of today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. Please let me know if you like want to see more videos like this in the future. I would like to know. It was like a lot of fun filming this. I don't think like I talked about a lot of things other than books on this channel, and obviously like it's mainly a booktube channel, but I want to slowly do you know, more things as well. So let me know if it was enjoyable, if you want to see more content like this in the future. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to. If you don't want to, then that's totally fine. And I guess I'll see you in a new video soon. Bye everyone.